What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Basically, I try not to watch Kendra G a lot, family. Kendra G, like I said, you know, she has a good thing going. Low production, dust, no effort. What? You know, people in that age group need to find love and don't nobody, for the most part, want them in their city. So they need to come on to Kendra G and dust it all the way up. One of the things that I am seeing on Kendra G is that you have a lot of folk who are really entitled. And I'm not trying to say that that's a bad thing for you not to believe in yourself. But when it's just, you know, like I said, when you're desperate, when it doesn't make sense, that's crazy, okay? And there is a lady that came on that Kendra G was interviewing that was basically saying that, you know, she was looking for a man. Of course, you know, she probably was in her 30s and 40s. But let's get to know who the young lady is.
Let's do it. We got Alexis, DC, 28, no kids. She has 3 jobs, cloud engineer. She's a waitress, also owns her own apartment building. What kind of man you looking for? She's a Capricorn too. What kind of man you looking for, girl?
I want a man that's a provider. I want a traditional man in a sense. So I want a man that pays the bills. I want a man that leads the household. If we're moving. I just want a man's man. I also want somebody who likes to travel. I travel a lot, maybe 10 international countries a year. You don't have to travel as much, but just have an interest in traveling. I also want a man that's extremely honest. I mean, I feel like some people tell little white lies because they don't want to hurt your feelings or whatever the case may be. I'm very blunt, and I think I would want that kind of partner in return, someone who can be as transparent with me as I am with them. And I guess lastly, somebody romantic. I have not really had as much luck finding people who like to please. So I would like to find someone that's similar to what I can provide to somebody else.
So we heard that, right? Okay, perfect. Now, that's what she's looking for. Now, let's look at what her deal breakers are.
What are your deal breakers?
Broke.
I'm sorry.
I'm pretty open. I know you can't have it all. So I don't care if you're that tall. As long as you 5'5", 5'6" or taller. I don't care if you're fat, skinny, short. You can't have it all. Looks, I'm willing to settle on. I cannot settle on what you bring to the table financially, and I cannot settle on too many kids. I can't do more than 2, and your kids cannot be under 10. Oh, and then anyone that's not ambitious. Like, recently I matched with a doctor on a dating app, and I was just like, I said, what do you do? He's like, I'm a doctor. And he was just like, I was like, okay, so what's your goals? He was just like, oh no, I kind of blocked you because, like, what do you mean what's my goals? Is a doctor not enough? I don't want somebody who's content with where they are. A doctor is being a doctor is amazing. I understand what you guys go through to get there, but why can't you want more? I guess me having 3 jobs shows you that I'm never comfortable with being in one place.
So I just want to talk about something real quick, okay? The lady met a doctor on a dating app, and she was like, "You're a doctor? That's all you want out of life? I mean, you don't want any more?" And let me just say this: I went to medical school. I graduated medical school, and most of my buddies, that graduated went into residency. When we compare our lives, we compare our incomes, and I get what people are going to say, well, that's more stable being a doctor than whatever you do. But the enjoyment of what they have in life right now is they hate it. Most of the guys especially the guys that are in primary care, I felt like I would really love being in family medicine, which is the only reason why I went to medical school was to be in family medicine. That was my passion, and it still is. I'll never practice, but that's where my strength was going to be. I didn't want to do anything else but that. Okay, I didn't want to do emergency. Maybe I could have did internal medicine. I definitely didn't want to just do OBGYN. I can't do that. I was literally throwing up during OBGYN rotation. But let me get back to the whole situation of her talking about a doctor isn't ambitious enough. Once you're a doctor, this is not for everybody, but for a lot of people. You don't want to really study anymore or do anything because your life is already so demanding. You have done residencies. You've been studying all of your life. You've been in school for so many years. that's pretty much the pinnacle of what you can do. So now the other things that you have in your life that you can really look forward to doing might be investing, or it might be opening up something else in healthcare, or trying to get out of healthcare industry altogether. A lot of the guys are trying to get out of healthcare altogether. And she's telling a guy that has achieved the highest level of thing you can do in one's life that you're not ambitious. With medical school by far is the hardest thing that you can do. It just goes to show you how delusional some people are. Okay? I'm just really being honest. Like, how delusional people are. How can you tell somebody that is a freaking doctor that you're not aspiring enough to be in your same position? What? Do you know how much training that takes? Do you know what it takes out of you? The years out of your life to go through that? You guys think that you've done things that are hard in life. Until you've went through medical school, it's nothing that's more draining, more competitive, more stressful than medical school. I mean, I remember my first year, we were going to school 6 days a week. Human anatomy, histology, physiology, biochemistry. Shout out to Moose Biochemistry here on YouTube. Had that good Lippincott book. You had a quiz every week in all of those subjects. Physiology, guidance physiology, written in, like I said, real tough terminology. Medical terminology is also something that you got to learn. You have to learn different anatomical positions. Moore's anatomy. I mean, this is not easy stuff. Okay. Then you have genetics your first year. Then by the time you get your second year, well, biochemistry is not in your first year, right? Your second year, you're talking about like pathology, things like that. It's crazy. Pharmacology. Yo, you're learning generics. You're learning brand names. And I mean, your whole day is crazy. I don't think you guys really know how hard it is. I never want to do it again. Thank God. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with an episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all you. Heard the bell. We're out.